Oranges? Tangerines?
What's an orange, Mark?
Oh.
Oh, look at the little donkey. What's that?
I don't know. Oh, that noodle soup?
شفت اللوكسة شمال اسمعي 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 لك محمود اوكي
You say just a half an hour, or you need more than half an hour? You want 1 hour? 1 hour? Half more than an hour.
هوا عبد الحاج يلا يا عبد الحاج بيجي ونص بس يا عبد الجناب قراري بيجي ونص يا عبد الحاج بيجي ونص بس يا عبد الحاج يلا يا عبد الحاج الكيلو الجناب قراري بيجي ونص يا عبد بيجي ونص بس يا عبد الجناب قراري يلا يا عبد الحاج كيلو الجناب بيجي ونص بس يا عبد بيجي ونص بس يا عبد يلا يا عبد الحاج بيجي ونص يا عبد بيجي ونص يا عبد الجناب قراري بيجي ونص بس يا عبد بيجي ونص بس يا عبد كيلو الجناب
عمال يحب الجو قلت له يا اخي روح ارميها في البحر ولا قد عمال يوصل.
Yeah?
But it's worked out pretty well so far, I think.
The Nile. Years ago. There's Lexus behind us.
Houses were like around the price of a car by this house.
On wheels.
Wheels.
Okay.
And they pull it out on a truck onto a lot they'll let you have one, which is right.
Yeah.
Or for the SC we have phones and stuff.
And I think
There is
Siemens
IBM
bought
in
drones.
Stuttgart, isn't
Yeah,
it?
in-
Big IBM in Stuttgart?
And big IBM in Munich, actually.
Yeah.
On Leopoldstrasse. No, it's on Eagle. Ingolstadt Plaza.
It doesn't sound very French.
I don't know if he's insulting us or. That's why I'm not waving. It didn't sound. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't sound friendly.
See, Masalaka didn't have the telephone connection.
Yeah.
Satellite.
Oh,
At the
really?
Barcelona,
Oh.
but see, we just had
It's really
satellite
funny.
telephone.
When I went on vacation in 1996,
Expensive.
this is in 96 too. This is before the internet was really, really, really popular, you know. But I remember, in 96, you know, not the internet wasn't so popular everywhere. It was still kind of new. People were just kind of getting onto it. But even me, you know, because I deal with computers, when I went on vacation for 2 weeks, I was like, you know, already like, I needed.
ده سعيد سهل
لا على صاحب الحاج اعمل سابق قبل كنت سابق مع حاجه زي كده قسمت صاحبي صاحبي هتنوب زي ما انت بتقول
We're now in what we believe to be Asan. Correction, we were in Esna, and this is the temple.
What's your name again?
Mark.
Computer also? Perfect.
Me?
The Egyptian people call me the Christian people from Esna. He collected a stone from this temple and used it again to build this church. The entrance here and the area called the prayer. This from the 6th, 7th century after Christ. All this medical for here, and this was covered up. This was covered up before now by 1 year. The archaeologists they found it before 1 year. What was the statue called me Sekhmet? Statue Sekhmet. It's made from black basalt. This is the wife of the god Khunom. God Khunom, the God created. This is from the church, copy of the church. Come here, talk about here. Yeah, come here. What about this? I see now the Egyptian king Pharaoh, Pharaoh be standing, respected by two gods calling me Horus, a god of protection, the god Jehovah, the god of wisdom, just to make a shower, to be cleaning the time. After it, to see the wife of the god Khunom, Sekhmet, calling me a power god. The custom of the Egyptian king Ramses II, Hatshepsut, when the king or the queen wanted to leave Egypt, to go to Syria, nobody but to fight in the neighbors. Just have two groups for people. Take the mask for Horus, take the mark of Logos. This is not the god, but looks like a god. It's the people to take it because the king is staying in the capital Alexandria. When he came from Atlanta by out here, he wanted to come here, just take a chair here. This is right from right, left to right, left to right, right, left, right. This is the selection here. The ancient Egyptian people, Egyptian king, now he ready to work it with the god Horus. What he do? After he catch fish, look at madam, a lot of the kind different fish, catch birds, papyrus. What he do? With the ancient Egyptian king Ptolemy, he make a journey trip, picnic trip in the river Nile. In this river Nile, he catch fish, he catch birds. This man inside the net here. This hieroglyphic to right from left to right, up down. What about this? The ceiling here. Let's talk about the ancient Egyptian message. It's called the zodiac. Let's to see different colors, different style from the pillars here. Look at madam here.
Yes.
This is man, different style from the capital here. Before now, when after we look, you saw papyrus and lotus.
This is our tour bedroom.
And his wife calling me said, I have a rest of the colors here. I have rest of the colors here. What about besides the right legs here? You have a line here. Why? Sometimes some people to come again from the back of the king, they wanted to kill him, to murder him. This is a line just to keep it him. What about this? This is slaves. This is slaves. Nubian, Syrian. You saw it, King Valley. Your guide is
Not yet.
not yet. You came after.
On the way back.
Okay. I saw you. If you may, I come with you. Yes. The Nubian and Syrian.
Yes.
Nubian to take a black color face.
Yes.
Syrian to take red colors. This Nubian, this Syrian. What about this calling mean god for the river Nile? What about the god of the river Nile? 1 minute here. Come please, my friend here. It's calling me across of the Christ.
Yes.
It's calling me black basalt.
Yeah, this one.
Black basalt.
Yeah.
The people to stop here to make a shower.
Oh,
looks
wash.
like a pushing, looks like
Yes.
a WC.
I see.
What
And then-
about,
Yeah.
where did they find this?
This find this found here, this
Right
area
here.
here.
Right in here.
Yeah.
And so they think
I
there's
don't
more
think
here.
the area here.
So they're gonna remove.
All this house moved here.
all this movie.
What about the rest here? The rest for the staircase to go up here. Because here this temple you have two roof.
Yeah.
First, second roof here.
Yeah.
But it's destroyed by the earthquake.
Yeah.
Which is earthquake? You have ancient one, a famous one, the strongest one, a huge one called mean ancient one, 27th century. 27th century for Christ, a huge earthquake happened here. He destroyed a huge part of Luxor and Karnak, other side, Isna until Aswan. What about the head of the king? You have his crown. Look, madam, here. Look, this, madam. My friend. It's calling me, gentleman. Red color crown. This is for Cairo. Cairo crown. This red colors. Another one is calling me.
Yeah.
This white color.
Okay.
This is for Luxor.
Okay.
When the king go to Aswan, take it this white one. When the king go to Cairo, take it red colors. When the king be sitting, looks like a Ptolemy in Alexandria, you have double crown. Looks like this now. This gentleman, have a look here. This is for North Egypt, red color. This is Upper Egypt, white color. This is double crown for North and Upper Egypt here. Double crown. Madam,
This one, right?
this one's third one. This is double crown. What about this?
The scarab.
No,
No?
this house.
The house.
And this per biggest house. Looks like now your home. The home for the President of America calling me White House. It's not this coloring, just it's the rest for the American president. What about this per First, I make the style for draw it here in the land for the cartouche. This clown, madam, is calling me cartouche. There's no writing here, madam.
Yes,
There's no writing here. This now calling me empty cartouche. When me I write your name here, I call you cartouche for you, for her, for you, for gentleman, for me.
Having fun? Hello. Happy New Year to you too.
Mark, Happy New Year, Mark.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. How many days? Bonnie, how many days?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, nice. Happy New Year.
Very cute.
Back on the boat again. Here we are in Edfu. I need to clean these limbs.
125 feet in the height.
Oh, it's cold for you.
Yeah, it's cool for us. Yeah.
Well, we're from Texas,
Oh.
so we're used to it being 40 or 41. So.
Oh, really? Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's not quite 40 or
It's
41.
been 41 before.
It has been, but
Yes. No.
under which we have the symbol which is known as the Semitawit, the union of the two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt. So the king, under his reign, Egypt is united. We see more symbols, lotus and papyrus. See papyrus here, lotus there. So everything is symmetrically has to be done 2 times. Can you do that?
Here.
Oh yeah, the figures always, the facade of the temple, they are big. Oh yeah. Whenever you have facades, you have this. Oh, you haven't been outside coming from
We
the
have
back.
No, we haven't because they.
You've noticed it now that how much of this temple, or maybe the whole temple, is perfectly preserved. The reason you can see that how much the temple was buried. Look at the level of the ground behind you. At that time, even it was higher than that. There is a complete village built on top of this temple, except the pylon was sticking out of the ground, but the whole thing was under the ground, under the sand. The temple is dedicated to Horus, the son of Osiris and Isis. When we go to Philae temple, we'll tell you about the legend of Osiris and Isis, which talks about the traditional struggle between the 2 brothers, Osiris, who was representing good in Egypt, and his brother Set, who was representing evil, and how his brother killed him, then his wife mummified him, restored life back to him. Then she got the son from him, Horus. Then Horus avenged of his father's death, killed Set. All of this story, we will talk about it in details. But what we concern about it here is that the temple is dedicated to the son of Osiris and Isis. And Horus is that falcon there. He was married to another goddess called Hathor, the cow goddess. She was worshipped in a place called Dandara, 50 kilometers north of Luxor. And every year they used to take the statue, the statue of Horus from here to the temple of his wife in Dandara, which is 50 kilometers north of Luxor, where he spends 2 weeks. There was a practical reason also. We said that the number of the people is decreasing, remember? Getting less. Ordinary class, nobles, high officials, like that. So there was no reason to have a bigger size inside the temple there. Besides that, the more you go inside, it's more darker. The light is getting through the hole here, and then more darker inside, which means more mysterious for the Egyptians. So it's more respect to the place that they are going inside there. On both sides of this high pedestal hall, we have 2 tiny rooms. That was the consecration room, or where the high priest would have been purified with the sacred water. Over there, it was the library, the ancient library.
where they go to get the, the religious boxes to recite them in front of the god here. Every day there was a lector priest who was on duty to do that. Look at the ceiling and the representation of the coloring from 237 BC, more than 2,000 years, but the colors are still vivid, are still very good. And look at the smoke that you see them on the ceiling. It's from the time of the Roman, when the Roman came here, burned the temple down in order not to let the Coptic people live in it. They were chasing the Coptic, and they came here. Is once a king of Upper Egypt, and then another time is a king of Lower Egypt. So he's doing everything two times, equally two times. How come the figures? Yeah. The Coptic, the first thing before they convert any temple into church, they have to get rid of the ancient pagan figures. So they have to deface, mutilate all the figures that they found in the temples. Look at the columns here, they are different. These columns are supposed to be the delta itself. The ancient Egyptians imagined the forest and forming the delta. So the delta has plants of papyrus. See that? This column. And it was a swamp where it was filled with water. This zigzag is water. Okay? And terminated with papyrus and lotus up there. And here, so in this place means that we are approaching to the sacred house of Horus, which is over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the sanctuary, the Holy of Holies. Notice again what we said about the plan of an Egyptian temple. Look at the floor where we are, look at the roof, look at the smallest part where the sanctuary was. And this is the granite pedestal upon which they used to put this sacred park, a boat from wood in which they used to carry the statue. Behind us there's a granite pedestal where the statue was placed there. And look at the figures here. The only person who had the right to come here who was a king of Egypt, was considered the high priest of all the Egyptian temples, or the high priest replaced him. Before the high priest comes here, there was a door, of course, here. He has to knock the door to get the permission from Horus, and then he opens the door, he starts his daily rituals, and he breaks the seal because every day there was. So here we have 10 rooms opening of this corridor. All of these rooms, they were served like a storage room. In every room, they used to keep different things that they needed for the daily life of the Egyptian temple. Essence, crowns, essence of perfume or incense, food, whatever, in every. In this room here, Mariette, the Frenchman who discovered the temple, he took the original bark, the sacred bark, to Cairo Museum, and he made a replica, a duplication. Looks exactly like the same life size of the pole. What?
How thick?
Oh, very thick.
Yes.
Very thick block of stone, yes. A meter, 1 meter. Look at the representation of the sky and the ceiling. Stars are dotted in red.
Oh, I see.
This is for the rain, when it rains, the water will collect it in the ceiling and come out through the mouth of the line. This is to lighten the staircase that way goes down up to get the light inside the staircase. Yeah, if is here. He kept in silence. Something you destroyed here and used, I don't know. but jer means kept inside.
Subterranean water line for this. And measure how high the Nile was.
Near the water, those are the egret. It's different from the ibis.
Extinct, like everywhere. It's extinct in the whole world. And the whole beach in Egypt. Not in the whole world. I just wanted you to see this thing which is again found along in this temple here. It's the plan of this temple. The architect who designed this temple made a plan for it. He made the door here, the pylon and the door, then the open court where we have been, the first hall of columns, the second, the sanctuary, all the rooms around it, all the dwelling, you know, the domestic life, which is not existing except the mountain that we're showing you.
Is that what Horus is on top of the plan too?
So this, to show that his temple.
His temple.
Yeah. So the Egyptian, when they do something, they used to have a plan for it. Ankle of Set represented as a hippopotamus. Hippo, yeah.
Where is that?
Under the boat. Yeah.
Oh, you can't
and
see
he's
it?
spearing him with a harpoon.
Oh.
Look at him here. Look at the green.
Oh, this is the hippo right here.
Yeah. The symbol was of Set.
I see.
Not drawn to scale.
Well, you can't really see it. You can.
Oh yeah, you can. That's.
Can you hear me on that too? The audio.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I forget. I do that too damn. I start talking about oh hi.
Yeah, she's being taped right this minute.
Dirty trick. Yeah, but this time the hippo's not under the water. So maybe
They had a fight on land. A
Are
battle.
they fighting on land now?
No, the fight is always in this. Just traditional.
Then who's he spearing here? What's the significance of this?
Looks like a.
They show the king killing a prisoner of war in front of the. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's catching a prisoner of war under his feet, you know.
Oh, I see.
In front of the god every time.
I
But the fight that took place between Set and his his nephew Horus. Every time we see the same thing, the same thing as he did with his father Osiris. He killed his brother and cut him into pieces.
Throw him in the Nile.
Threw him in the Nile. Yeah. So look at here. He's ready to cut.
That hippo is going to get it?
Yeah, which is Set. Hippo is Set. Somebody is judging the high priest with the leopard skin, the panther skin.
Yes.
Judging on Set as being guilty, and Horus has the right to. Another priest is cutting him or killing him. Yeah. So Horus killed Set. Horus killed Set, and he became the ruler of Upper and Lower Egypt. So nobody resurrected Set. Oh yes. Look at here.
He's floating in the Nile.
He was never resurrected, right?
Yes. one. Number one in Egypt. 5, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million. Okay. He's saying from 1,000,000, 300,000, 30,000, 300, 3,331 days, or 36 days that the temple is built. So of course he's just exaggerating, as if this place had been always sacred. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. But it was a good chance
You mean
to look
they
at.
lied?
Of course, not. Yeah,
I think so.
We discovered the tomb in Valley of the Kings.
Yes.
He was what? He was a judge who was investigating somebody stole something.
Yes.
And he said that at the end he said that he did not discover the one who stole that thing. It was unknown person.
Yes.
Then we found eventually the thing that which was stolen in his tomb, the tomb of the judge.
Yes.
Oh. I went to the excavation.
So he knew the other fellow was innocent.
Yeah.
Oh, you did his excavation work?
Yeah, I graduated from Faculty of Archaeology, Egyptology department.
Oh, super.
Wow.
So I used to work in excavations before, then I changed my career.
What's happening now? I heard that they found maybe like a tomb inside the Sphinx. Or they think they found that tomb.
They found a tomb for the chief of the labor.
Yeah, that's true.
It's okay?
Yeah.
think he liked his Rice Krispie treats?
Yeah. They will once they eat them.
Huh?
They will when they eat them. We have a bunch of them, so.
Yeah.
That's it.
Morning.
Hi.
Where are we?
Calm Umbu. The smog. Capital of the world.
Well, it's not nearly bad as here as it was upstream.
I don't know, I can still feel it in my lungs.
City that belongs to Aswan Governorate. It's called Komumbu. Its name comes from the Arabic word Kom. Kom means mountain, referring to the mountain upon which the temple is built now. Umbu comes from the ancient Egyptian name Nebu, which means gold, because this was the gold mine of the ancient Egyptian. The Egyptians used to extract their gold from here. Komumbu is 40 kilometers north of Aswan, 165 kilometers south of Luxor. The population of Komumbu is about 50,000. People are mainly living on agriculture. The cash crop of Komumbu, as you see way back there, is sugar cane. And we have one of the biggest sugar cane refineries. The temple of Komumbu is a very unique one because it's a temple which is dedicated to two gods at the same time. The temple looks like as if it's divided equally by the middle column into two sections. The right-hand section where we are is dedicated to the first god who was worshipped here called Sobek, the crocodile. The ancient Egyptian noted that this area used to have a lot of crocodiles and it must have attacked people when they crossed the river to go to the other side. So they worshipped the crocodile here. Later they realized that it was very shame for them to worship only an evil god. So they wanted to beautify the picture of this temple by adding one of the good gods who was Horus.
The mummified crocodile.
The area of this temple here, or the section of the temple, you see the Sobek here.
Mm-hmm.
You see behind him Hathor is white and Khonsu. The triad of this section of the temple, Sobek, Hathor, and Khonsu. And on the walls you will see a lot of times, the Sobek are represented and Horus. Look at the remains of coloring here and there.
Yes,
look at the colors. So this temple once was colored like that, the whole temple, but most of the colors have been faded, washed away.
Was this also at one time large like this structure?
Oh yes, large and huge with columns and capitals on top.
Yeah.
We still see in the book that the French, when they came here, wrote about Egypt. That book called Description de l'Egypte. The description of Egypt. Into two sections. And on the columns you can see the representation of Sobek. it's the representation of the most ancient calendar. We knew that the Egyptians are the first nation in the world who knew the calendar, times, seasons and all of this. They noted that every year that the flood of the Nile comes, corresponding with the appearance of the certain star at the early morning of that day. Then they counted between one flood and the other. They divided the year into 3 seasons, a season of 4 months, a month of 3 weeks, a week of 10 days. So these 3 goddesses of land, they are representing the 3 seasons. One was called Achet, inundation, Beret, cultivation, Shemu, harvest, agricultural year, calendar. Here, the ancient Egyptian represented the day with the sun disk. So this is the first day of the cultivation season. A moon is month, the third moon, the third month. The second day of the same season of the same month. The third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, eighth, 9 was a circle like that. 10 is upside down U. Upside down U and a dash like that is 11, 12, 13, like that. For example here, this is one of the months. We read here 10, 10, 2 is 22nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 26th, 7th, 8th, 29, the circle. The tail of the horse is 30, which is the last. We keep call that, but they call it bah in ancient Egyptian language. If a kid do something or a child, but we don't like to say bah, don't do it, finish it.
Yeah.
That's the end,
Yeah.
We keep still using the word in our Arabic language. So in every day there was certain celebration like that. And these are the calendar. The whole world is representing the calendar. Yes.
What are on the lion's head?
Sun disk with a cobra. Yeah. The throne, the king. Over here, the ancient Egyptian artists represented the birth of this king here. The kings, they knew from the beginning that they are not accepted by the people as a native king because they did not have the royal blood. So in order to legalize their ascension to the throne of Egypt, they have to compose these stories of talking about their divine birth. So we can see the goddess of this temple is giving the birth to the baby, and then he's being breastfeeded. After that, when he became a king, his name is inside the cartouche. You can read the word Ptolmis, Ptolemaeus. The Greek king put his name, same as the ancient Egyptian kings, inside the cartouche here. Over here we see the 2 gods, which show us the tolerance in the Egyptian religion, ancient Egyptian. The Tobit, together with Horus, are represented here. And we can see Khonsu, the moon god, with the crescent of the moon on his head. And here we can see the Ptolemy king and his wife behind him. This is how the ancient Egyptian get the 2 stones together. Because they did not have cement or any mortar, they used to fill in this part with another stone. That stone will be holding those 2 blocks of stone and another 2 on top. So each for 4 blocks of stone. That's how they build it. We knew that most of our Egyptian temples, they were served like places for healing. But we did not find a complete series of surgical tools except in Kobubu. It's a cupboard with 4 shelves, 1, 2, 3, 4. On each one we have some surgical tools. We can see the scissors here, the needles, the sponge for relieving like the cosma. 2 cups, they use them for people who have rheumatism. They need heat in them and then they put where the baby is. They call it suction cups. And in here, double receiving visit for the lecture of medicine. If you move to the second one, the first one is the gift, or the forceps. The scale pen for weighing the medicine, a flat spoon for twisting the throat, that hook tool is the retractor, scalpel, and then we move to the last one you see us in the middle, a saw for cutting the bone. And the first one on the last shelf first to the right is something looks like the stethoscope, The first one over there, on the top. This is the sink where the physician will wash his hands before and after the operation, the doctor. And this is two ladies are seated on birth chair. After now, it is believed that this is the best position for a lady while she's delivering a baby to be seated in such a squatted position, to be seated like that. This is Imhotep, the builder of Saqqara pyramid, if you know, in Saqqara, the step pyramid. And he was also the famous physician. He was equated by the Greek time with the Greek god of healing, Asclepius. So he is here, and this is Trojan, the Roman emperor, who is named Trojan.
This is a nilometer.
It was depending on the which is but of course not anymore linked to the Nile now. It was before.
Ganz vorne ist der Eingang, wo der Gitter sind. Und dann hat die Form von Kuh.
Okay.
Und
Yeah, I think.
And it's shaped like the key of life.
Shaped like an alligator.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was for Horace and that one was for... There's something in that.
Supposedly how you go down into the nilometer. On the back of the alligator. Yeah. I was corrected, that's supposed to be the alligator head, or the crocodile head.
Est-ce que quelqu'un est pas venu ce matin? Messieurs, dames, bonjour. Bonjour. Voilà déjà ce monde. Une little donkey.
Après l'arrivée d'Alexandre le Grand vers 331 avant Jésus-Christ. Alors, mais la différence entre ce temple-là et le temple des Tours, que le temple des Tours est complètement grec, tandis que celui-ci, la majorité des éléments de parties qui se trouvent dans ce temple-là sont de l'époque romaine. Ce temple-là était construit entre les années 1081 avant Jésus-Christ jusqu'à l'an 219 après.
There's some planes up there.
Look at the street lights.
Yeah. If I saw a real pretty scar, I might get one for Suzanne.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just. Yeah, they came up.
They put it in a boat and until the flood comes and then the flood would float the boat to Luxor.
Why did they go ahead and use that stone since they had already? Why didn't they use it for something else since it was clean on 3 sides?
So the temple or the island where we are is called Philae.
Was on a different island, broken up into 40,000 pieces and moved between 1972 and 1980. Yeah, it's only 8 years older than that complete one we saw up the river.
Right in front of us we see the representation of the last native king of Egypt. Nectanebo in the gate there. While here we see Ptolemy XII, father of the famous Queen Cleopatra, while he's catching a group of enemies by here, smiting them in front of the goddess Isis. Notice most of the figures which are represented on the left-hand side here are badly damaged, destroyed by the Coptic when they turned this temple into church. But the right-hand side here you see Isis, Horus, and Hathor. There are two lions guarding the main entrance. Next to each one of them there was an obelisk. We still see the base of the one to the left, but the one to the right was taken by Italian antique dealer to England, sold to Mr. Banks. It's known as Banks obelisk in Kingston Lacy in Dorset outside London. That obelisk was very, very important because it was covered on one side by the hieroglyphics and the other side by Greek, and there was an Englishman who was interested in reading ancient languages called Thomas Young. This Thomas Young read the Greek text and compared it to the Egyptian. He could find out that the Egyptian language is an alphabetic one.
Yes.
He knew that these pictures are alphabet. But later on the stone was deciphered through the famous stone. The language was deciphered through the famous stone which was found by the French in Egypt. Now it is the French which is known as the stone which was Hector. And it was the Frenchman who deciphered it called Jean-Francois Chamberion.
For a lot of the circles.
Oh yes, Frenchman who deciphered the ancient. Has 14 capitals. Look at each two of capitals, they look like each other. This is the symmetry in Egypt. Symmetrically, they look like each other. And it was built for the rest of the boat, because when they carried the boat of Isis, the sacred bark, like the one we saw in Italy, they used to put it somewhere there. And then they continue their walking inside the temple of the celebration. Unfortunately, Trojan died before it completed it. So that's why you see a lot of stones are sticking up completely, used. But even though it's one of the beautiful boats, over them, it makes sort of waterfall. That's why our oldest hotel in Aswan is known as the Cataract Hotel. Okay, same as the idea of cataract when water covers the eye. Yeah? This area from the old dam till the high dam is known as the first cataract. Okay? So the ancient Egyptians believed that God of the Nile is living under the cataract. Look at the rocks, granite rocks, under which we see God of the Nile who is versing the water pouring from a jar in his hand.
Yeah.
Okay?
But he has the help of the snake.
Yeah. Snake is protecting him. Over him we see the rocks, the granite. Here we see God Osiris, who was the god of vegetation. This vegetation means Osiris, over him his son Horus. On here we see Osiris' body, the corpse of Osiris carried on a crocodile. Next to that we see the facade of Philae temple. See the facade where we entered, the pylon is exactly represented here. So Adrian wanted to add his touch to the temple, so he added some places outside because there was not enough room inside by the Roman time. Like Trojan built that separate building outside the temple. The Coptic people come closer to you. So the Coptic converted this place into a church. You can see the Coptic cross, and that was an offering. They made a hole to be the prayer niche, in front of which there was an offering table. They converted it into altar, and you can see the Coptic writing, which is talking about the conversion of this temple into church. Yeah. Yes. All these are. This was 400 after Christ. Was added later, 200 after Christ. Before I leave you, I'd like to tell you something about maybe if interested in modern life in Egypt. Actually, the population of Egypt, first of all, is almost 62 million. Cairo is 16 million people living there.
Hey, you didn't get your name then? Your name, yeah. What's this one right here? Harpy. You should do yours. Straight back up. Showing my name. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm interested in this.
No, you just kind of instead of like really.
La déesse Alokit, et devant il y a le Ptolémée qui lui offre des jardins de vin. Et là, elle allait toujours, elle est un peu grand la russe quand même pour être allaitée, mais c'est symbole. On va laisser passer. On va laisser passer beaucoup de choses, on va laisser celle-là aussi. Mais là c'est russe l'enfant, toujours avec la veste, tout nu, avec le lait, Adore derrière. C'est un peu plus tard il va être aussi. D'accord? On va continuer.
baskets and sandals because it's very strong, the green part. Then we cut the white part of the plant into thin slices like this. But we see it's very fragile, easy to break because it contains a lot amount of water and sugar. So we roll it to make it more flexible. Now it becomes flexible, doesn't break, also strong because we roll it. Then we put it in water for 6 days to get the white sheet, the white color, and for 12 days to get the darker one.
Wow.
Then we roll it again to get the water out. After that, we put the slides together, vertical and horizontal lines, and we put them under the press between 2 pieces of cotton in a vertical and horizontal system. After 12 days, they will stick together naturally without using any chemicals because of the sugar. There is a little amount of sugar make them stick together. So they stick in this way. Yes.
Yeah.
Vertical and horizontal. And then the result will be we get these 2 different colors. This is white sheet, very strong, flexible. Under the light you can see the vertical and horizontal lines. And this is the darker sheet, the same also, very strong, flexible too. Also this is original papyrus. It differs from the other one which you find in the market or in the street. You can touch it. Okay. So the other one is made from banana leaves or sugar cane. So you can see it very fragile, easy to break. But this one
is very durable.
This one is very strong. The other one, the fourth one, is fragile. This one, if you bend it, it doesn't break. But the other one, if you bend it, it breaks immediately. Also, the colors outside, they are stamped. But here in our gallery, all these pictures around you, they are hand-painted, originated from tombs and temples of ancient Egypt. Under each picture, you see the signature of the painter. This one is the most important one here, the final judgment. It describes the story of the life after death. Here is deceased in front of 14 judges, and he denied that he did any bad things in his life. I am a good man, I never did anything bad. Also here, the same deceased with Anubis, the god of mummification, leads him to the balance of justice. Two-way, the horse of the deceased against the feather of justice. If the horse is heavier, so he's a bad person, this one, the animal, will eat the horse and he will go to hell forever. But if the feather is heavier, so he's a good person, he will go with horse, the god of protection, to paradise. Here we see Osiris, the god of paradise, Osiris. Osiris, yes. Osiris.
We are getting on our boat. Got an island.
Viel Kohle genommen? Ja, 2 Stück. Ja, aber sie hatte noch was. Was irgendwie, was sie genommen hat und ihr sehr gut getan hat. Und was war das? Das war aus USA. What's the name of the green thing you gave me, which was spray? Imodium?
No, Mylanta. It's from America. You need some?
No, I don't need. Sie hat gemeint, dass die Sachen so zusammen.
Wonderful.
What's it?
Mylanta. I'll write it for you.
Mylanta. Die sind so grün und sie meinte, man muss viel dazu trinken.
So like climbing on this boat?
Not exactly. And those men, I was afraid I was waking them. They were sound asleep.
Genau. Also der Guide meinte,
Yeah. Those are even better.
Ein neues Begehen. Und dient als Institut für die Humanität. Da gibt es viele Pflanzen und Bäume, sind manche davon beheimatet, manche kommen von den Ausländern. Auf jedem Baum steht der Name von dem Baum. Aber
Oh no, it's a different kind of Oh, good. What kind of birds are these? The little white ones.
Bah. Here's the tea house. I guess we're having tea this morning.
Claudia, how would you like your tea? With glass or without?
This is the internet cafe.
Yeah, it looks like the internet cafe.
Like
oranges? Here, I have something else. Come here.
Hi.
How do you feel about peanut butter and crackers?
Oh, here.
Yeah, he likes that.
Can you smell that? Can you smell that? Oh, look.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Not through here.
Careful.
Wow. What are you giving me?
You like English?
No?
Oh, just toss it in.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks so sweet.
What was the other one that you had?
Oreo cookies.
Maybe you spelled that.
You can eat it later. You're too sweet, baby.
Was ist das für ein...
He doesn't like that one either.
Yeah.
Is that all we have? We don't have anything else, I don't think.
That's it.
We
That
have
was
the
very
house.
nice. On one step. Oh, he wants to be... Oh.
It's so beautiful. You're so beautiful.
Oh, now he's gonna eat it.
Just like this.
Interessant, dass er wirklich so oben am Stein war, ne? Interesting that he was really on the top of the stone.
Hat zwei von Rigum, ja. Von den anderen.
This is Aga Khan's mausoleum, overlooking the Nile. This is the kind of boat we're sailing on at Felucca.
This is the Elephantine Island.
I think it's actually we're on a lake because the dam has stopped the Nile. This is a Nubian house on Elephantine Island. This is the old Context Hotel we went to last night. We had dinner and drank our snacks and drinks. And then here's the new one here. And that's where I get the crispy roast Death on the Nile. This is the Kronberg facility. Amun. This is another view of the old cataract. And then what's on the Elephantine Island.
هذا بعد بعيد هسه بيقول أنا بعد بعيد سيبها
You got it?
Luz كمان لا ينبط كمان لا ينبط كمان لا
Wow, das sind die Blumen da oben. Was ist das für ein Hotel da?
Mit der Ranee.
Ja. Alle die sind lustig. Und das ist das Katarakt, oder?
Den?
Nein, ich meine das
Wasserfall, ja.
Wasserfall, wo ist
der? Aber
inzwischen müssten wir ja auch die Männer mit einbeziehen. Die sind ja auch alle blond gefärbt, oder?
Viele, ja. Gestern in dem Film Tod auf dem Nil, da haben sie den auch gezeigt.
Wo haben sie den gezeigt?
Im Fernsehen bei uns im Zimmer. Ja, da gibt es Video.
Ist das Pay-Video? Ist das Pay-Video?
في شد من هناك يا ديز بالرب والله لازم والله الشد بينزل بالرب من هناك شد مليح
Das Beste im Film, da fangen sie in Aswan an, dann geht Tod auf den Nil, also die
Here's
machen
the
das
other
ganz
side of
toll.
Elephantine.
Nach Look. This was the Elephantine Temple. What was left?
That's still the mausoleum of Aga Khan. It overlooks Elephantine Island, these are the ruins of the Elephantine. Now we're sailing right by the old Cataract Hotel. The front is really pretty. It has a whole bunch of domes and cupolas. This is from the back.
Ja. Der Derek ist in der ganzen Welt so als typisch Deutscher angesehen. Wir sind alle so korrekt und so. Ja.
Ja, das ist gut kassiert. Du warst gar nicht. Da bist du nicht an den Straßen.
Ja.
Does it look like the Winchester House?
I don't know.
Als Lubitscher Stil, aber auch Museum.
I've never seen it.
You ever seen the Winchester Mystery House in California? And then it looks like 100 or 80 years stuff. But it's all like a big puzzle. The lady was like,
Where are we, dear?
We are in Abu Simbel.
At the Great Temple.
Beautiful.
Empezaron a cortar piso, poner el nombre de los dos y esto. Este chico te la puede jugar en cualquier momento. Amarra bien los papeles del piso.
Jugarla la podemos jugar todos, aunque tenga los papeles y aunque estés casado y todo. Porque mira, aunque no te divorcies, pero tirar cada uno por un lado es lo más fácil. O sea, que tampoco puede abandonar. Pero claro.
Most gold like this considered to be the local gold mine.
You know that after Mount Egypt were first united during the time of Pyrrhus or Vina. It was about 3,200 BC. Starting from the time of Mina, most of the pharaohs of Upper North Egypt used to fight each other, trying to join, to get up from North Egypt. So these two flowers here were very important. You can see them here, that's between the two figures. You can closer, please.
Alan, how do I do this?
Go wide.
That's in front of you, I think, the most beautiful thing in the Great Temple. And also you can see King Ramses, you see standing over his favorite shadows. You see him through the menorah. Another one thing that the ancient art is trying to
Ramsés controló reyes, porque su rey tiene el título de Ramsés. Y era Ramsés el lo mató y castigó. Era el primero en el ejército. Era en el corazón, tiene dos alas.
Inside the temple booths and good, and hearing about the history of this particular temple and its discovery and significance of all the hieroglyphics.
Avec les deux emblèmes, comme ils ont les emblèmes du dieu Amun, et on le voit ici avec un seul plat et l'autre plat qui est coupé pour voir à côté.
First, you can see Ramses received offering some kind of plants to God's Amun. It was said that he lived for 400 women in that place, and he lived with this day as only one man. He was just one of the Papa, and he left him behind, just to guard, to take care of his kids to become that. But I think he was you should know something about what the ancient Egyptians believed concerning the world around them. As the ancient Egyptians worshipped the sun, it was their god. You know also that they believed that it was just a place for the living people. So think that to build to Luxor. Still in Luxor, remember that most of the topics, the East Bank of the River Nile, are temples worshipping the sun and the gods. Or you can say the world was ours. Please now we try to look at these things together.
And the first chamber of this temple.
I think that was the main religious reason that made King Ramses construct the temple in Jerusalem. That's why also lots of people nowadays think that Ramses II, especially Ramses II, was an inferior. And also some people think that Ramses II died Roman. So that's where we can see the smallest place in the temple. The Macrobians was the most important place. It was allowed to be entered just by the king and his own family. Sometimes it was allowed by the gods, as the people believed. The second one was throne feather. That's Amun-Ra, was the chief god of Thebes or Luxor. The third one, that's Ramses himself. And the last one to the right, that's Ra, the sun god. All of them are gods, except King Ramses. I told him for it to define himself, so put himself among the gods here. So before coming to Egypt, could you tell me please if you heard about somewhere in Egypt or some statues inside, where the sun illuminates the statues twice a year? Yes. It's here in this place. It's early in the morning when the sun rises. Its light penetrates all the gates and shines on the stairs here, touching them one by one twice a year. Yes. Penetrating all the gates. It touches on the 2 days, it touches only the 3 ones on the right, moving 2 different ways. 21st of February moves that direction, the other day moves the other way. Not only is the
Here's the little temple we just described it, like through holes in the gate, trying his faces, and it goes one way, and one way the next. For them to figure out why and how it works. Going back out, where's the front gate? And these are the statues. this is the view coming out the front door, right into Lake Nasser, which is a man-made lake that was made, started in the 60s and finished in the 1970s. That's the front of the people. Lots of graffiti carved in here from the 1800s. Which is it for Nefertiti. This is where we're going next. Very nice. See the scale. Yeah, we'll go in and do it.
Horus with the double crawling out the top, and legs is the one set. Every set is like this, a pumpkin horse. Outside this, the different sizes with horse and squat here. Over here,
border makes the colors fade, especially from that part, from your knees to the feet. These colors completely fade. But if you look at that scene, you can see that the material is good shoes, sandals, good to baggy dress, good like girl. She has a role in a few colors of green. You that she was still a queen, you're not getting that. You were told that as a girl. But here that meaning of material was still a queen, it would be different in attitude. Here all the other scenes are just religious scenes. I mean the king, the queen, the king, making offerings. That's one of them. Here you can see King Ram still standing and being connected by two gods. The one on the right side is God's Horus. The other one is set. As for its head, nobody knows. It's going to one of the animals that both of these two gods here, as the gods of Upper and
entering the antechamber.
But if you look at that scene, you can see that altar is standing with the same height, same level. And here's the stairs with a few classes we can get during the lifetime from the grid. And please also look at that scene. You can see which twin fraternity is standing. It's over at some parasol where there's nothing. It's coming in here. And the boat you can see just now. That's the third figure. On the other side you can see several things. But it's King Ram with the twin fraternity doing the same. One of the same figures.
Coming on the Hatshepsut's temple.
I say Hatshepsut.
Temple.
I was wrong. Oh.
Claudia?
Ja? The temple is built for the embalsamation from the pharaohs. Yes. Yes.
Deshalb sehen wir hier keine Kämpfe oder keine Schlachten dargestellt.
Because we don't see any fight here on the walls like the other
Aber Symbol sieht man Kämpfe.
Yeah, in Abu Simbel we saw fights and Ramses and fight, like fires. Yeah, that's because it's just for the motivation.
Because she said she was the daughter of the sun god Ra.
Premier rayon du soleil, parce qu'après ça, elle pouvait être... Ici, je vais jouer le livre.
Yeah, the first accept there, and then they don't know how she died. Yeah.
There is a speaking died.
Yeah.
Alle Figuren von der Kartusche manchen hier zu Moses. Moses ist der Nebel. Das ist durch Moses rückgehalten, mit dem Doppelton. Mit dem hat kaputt gemacht. Als Radio.
Y ese no siempre fue pintado, también una mesa encima de la...
Gucken Sie den Baum. Mutter, Sie schon geschwängert. Dann diese Türen,
Ici, la reine Hatshepsut, elle va nous raconter son histoire de la naissance divine. Ça commence avec son père, c'est à lui. Tout ce qu'on pourrait faire, un nettoyage.
So, as we had a sign table, there are two niches on either side of the chapel.
Hier steht
You will be raising all which is an old sign of Queen Hatshepsut. And in fact, it's setting his name on the other side of the chapel. You have a Hattush, his name includes within the shape of eternity, basically, within the house of eternity. And on the left, you have a figure of the god Anubis represented. Again, figure of the color state, Julius in a very good state. With the head of the jackal on top, holding cross the scepter of prosperity in his hands. On this side,
hat kein Vertrauen zu jemandem, weil sie eine Frau ist. Jetzt will ich alles machen, Tempel bauen und gucken und gerade im 14. Haus sind oder 7 wer hier der Ziel.
I lost my Gilligan hat, did I say it? And I have no idea where it's at.
Up in the hills there are tents.
Incredibile come facevano i
That's
pantaloni,
approximately
però hanno un pantalone